If you are in the United States on an H-1B visa and you have recently lost your job, you are definitely not alone. Thousands of H-1B workers, many from India and other countries too, face job losses due to layoffs, company closures, or even reconstructing. But don't panic, there are options available that you can act fast on and stay informed. The United States government through USCIS provides a 60-day grace period for most non-immigrant workers like H-1B holders. This means that if your job ends, whether you quit it or you laid off, you have 60 calendar days to fix out your next move before you're considered out of status. Now, this grace period starts from your latest paycheck date, not necessarily your last working day. So the question is, what can you do during these 60 days? Well, you have several options. A. Find a new job and transfer your H-1B. You can find a new employer willing to sponsor you. You can file Form I-129 on your behalf. Once the new application is filled, you're allowed to start working immediately. Well, this is great because you don't have to wait weeks for approval to start earning again. Second, switch to another visa or apply for a status change. If you're unable to find a new H-1B job in time, you can apply to change your visa status. For example, some people switch to a tourist visa to stay legally while they continue job hunting. Others may apply for a student visa if they want to pursue further studies. You can also apply for a compelling circumstances EAD, that is a work permit in a very rare case, but this is usually harder to get approved. Third, adjustment of status. If you are in a relationship with a US citizen or somebody applying for a green card, you might be eligible to file for adjustment of status depending on your case. This is more complex and depends heavily on your circumstances. It's very important to understand that if you do have nothing during the 60-day grace period, you can be forced to leave the US. You must either have a petition filed on your behalf or submit your own change of status application. Otherwise, you have to leave the country either after your grace period ends or when your I-94 expires, whichever comes first. Now, what if you're already outside the US when your job ends? Well, in that case, the grace period doesn't apply unless you return before your notice period collapses. And even then, you need to request a discretionary grace period, which isn't guaranteed. Now, for students on OPT or STEM OPT, if you are on F1 visa with optional practical training, you need to be extra careful. You are only allowed 90 days of unemployment after completing your studies on regular OPT. If you are on 24-month STEM extension, you can be unemployed for up to 150 days in total. If you go over this, your visa status becomes invalid and you must either leave the US or switch to a new legal status quickly. Here is a gentle reminder. You cannot travel internationally during the grace period unless you have changed your visa status. Leaving the country may mean that you'll need a new visa to return and the grace period won't protect you once you're outside.